I'm building a small robot arm to do motion control of this mirrorless camera. In the last couple of videos, I built the shoulder and elbow joints here using cycloidal drives and the base using eccentric cycloidal gearing. Now I want to add a couple more degrees of freedom. I want to be able to mount this camera on the end of the arm and change the direction that it's pointing in. This means I'm going to need another 3 stepper motors to control the roll, the pitch and the yaw. I can't just attach 3 NEMA 17 steppers to the top of the arm, since they weigh over 250 grams each and I want to keep the payload as light as possible. More weight on the end means more momentum, which in turn means I've got to accelerate everything more slowly to keep any wobbling down to a minimum. So in order to test a couple of different methods of building lightweight actuators, I've made this quick test rig. It's a simple 1-axis joint with a couple of bearings in it and an AS5600 angle sensor. I can modify this to accept different types of drives and then use the sensor here to see how well each one works with regards both to accuracy and the dreaded wobble. The first drive I want to test is one of these ubiquitous geared stepper motors. They're dirt cheap and weigh in at just over 30 grams. That's about half a tennis ball for you imperial folks. I'll hook it up to my test rig with the shaft directly driving one side of the axis. The first test is linearity. I've written a little bit of code to plot the position that the motor's been told to move to in blue against the position from the sensor in red. It actually looks pretty good in the middle of the moves, nice and linear, but the flats at the peaks show us that something's wrong here. It appears this motor has quite a bit of play in it. In fact, I can move the axis around while it's running. Oh well, on to the next idea. So next I want to try one of these small digital servos. This is a Tower Pro MG995 and it weighs in at just over 50 grams. I've used these quite a lot in RC cars in the past, but never for robotics. I've hooked the servo up to our little joint, so let's test it. This time it's the opposite of with the little stepper motor. We can see the linearity is actually pretty bad, all the little lumps and bumps in the red line. And if I apply a little bit of torque to the output, it's even worse. These servos might be good for something like a gripper where accuracy doesn't really matter. But for something like this, they're next to useless. Right, it's the next day and I've been thinking, I think we're going to have to use these big stepper motors. But as they're so heavy, I'm wondering if there's a way of moving them away from the actual actuator and situating them down on the ground. I was playing with my bike, sorting out the gearing for it, and I realised that the gear cable for the bike is basically Bowden tubing. If you push one end in, or pull it back, then the other end operates the same. So I was wondering if there was any way of using this to transmit the torque from the motor to the actuator. What I've come up with is a little pulley like this. We can feed the cable into here, wrap it around the pulley, and then as the pulley turns, it moves the cable in and out. Then on the other end of this, we can have exactly the same pulley linked to the actuator, and it should transmit the torque through. So I've taken that general idea and come up with this monstrosity. On the stepper end, we've got that pulley I showed you. As we turn it, it feeds the cable out of the Bowden tube and around there, and then we've got the same the other side, so if we turn the opposite way, it does exactly the same. And then we've got the opposite on the actuator end, and we've got an ability to adjust these parts here just by moving these little turrets in and out. Let's hook it up and see how it works. Okay, this isn't looking bad. We've got a little bit of a roundover right at the vertices here where it changes direction, but I'm sure that we can fix that with an increase of tension on here. And if I apply a little bit of torque to the joint, you can see I don't really get any deflection showing. So this seems to actually work quite well, and I'm sure it'll be good enough for the robot arm. But the problem I have with it is it just feels a bit, well, rigid, inflexible. You can see the bend radius of these cables isn't really, well, they don't bend that easily. So I'm wondering if there's another solution here. I've picked up some of this really lightweight PTFE tube, and then I've also picked up some fishing line. This is braided Spectra fishing line. The fishing line will run inside this tube, so I'm wondering if we can replace these big bike gear cables just with this little tube and fishing line arrangement. I've replaced the gear cable with the Bowden tube and fishing line, and it actually seems to work. I've got it plugged into my stepper driver and Arduino. Let's turn it on and see what happens. That's interesting. So what appears to be happening is while the stepper's moving in a very smooth motion, we've got a kind of jagged motion going on the other end. It seems to jump between stages. I'll try to lube it up with some PTFE grease and see if that fixes anything. Well, unbelievably, that actually appears to have worked. It seems nice and smooth now, and if I apply a little bit of torque with my fingers, you can see we don't get any deflection. If I apply a lot of torque to it, then I can make the stepper skip and I can make this flex slightly. Well, I'm really pleased with those results. I'm going to have to add a little bit of reduction between the stepper and the Bowden assembly here, just to stop any possibility of it skipping steps or anything like that. But this should be absolutely perfect for the camera actuators. Go on, press those like and subscribe buttons, you know you want to. See you later.